Hi, I'm Jessa, and I love teaching math. Let's get started.
So today I'm going to talk about the limit definition of derivative, which is an application of the distribution rule of FOILing. So we often end up with these problems and we have to simplify, and that's where distribution comes in. So let's go ahead and remind you of the limit definition of a derivative. So the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h, this is equal to f prime of x. So this is equal to the derivative. Now, let's go ahead and just do an example so that we can see when we actually need to use the distribution rule to use FOILing to solve this problem. So let's choose our example to be f of x is 5 minus x squared. So what I need to do is I need to find f of x. Well, I have f of x, right? I'm looking at my formula here. I need two things. I need f of x, and I need f of x plus h. So I already have f of x. The question is, what is f of x plus h? Well, I take that x plus h and I put it in everywhere I have an x. So that'll be 5 minus x plus h squared. So here you see this thing, this piece, x plus h squared, that's what we're going to have to FOIL in order to simplify. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So I'll do a little side note, and I'll FOIL this out so I can use it. X plus h squared, that's equal to x plus h times x plus h. And when I FOIL that, I get x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. So I'll rewrite this one over here as 5 minus x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. As a side note, your professor may have done delta x instead of h. I just think the formulas look cleaner when I do h, but it's the same. So now I have the two things I need. I have f of x plus h, and I have f of x. So I'll put that into my limit definition. Limit as h approaches 0 of this whole thing, 5 minus x squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus f of x, which is 5 minus x squared. Oops. There should be a square bracket there. All divided by h. So the nature of the limit definition is that you should be able to eliminate this h that's in the denominator. If you get to the end of the problem and you still have an h in the denominator, you weren't able to eliminate it, something went wrong. But I need to be able to factor out an h in the numerator in order to do that canceling, in order to do that elimination. And this is why we had to distribute. This is why we had to FOIL, because we need to be able to simplify that numerator. So let's go ahead and do that. In order to save space, I'm just going to write equals over here. So I have the limit as h approaches 0. I have 5 minus x squared minus 2xh minus h. So all I've done is distribute that negative. Then I have minus 5 plus x squared all over h. Now I can start to eliminate things. So here I have a negative x squared and a positive x squared, so those guys go away. And then I also have a negative 5 and a positive 5, so those go away. So all I'm left with in the numerator is the limit as h approaches 0 of negative 2xh minus h over h. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry. This should have been an h squared. I dropped this square somewhere. Let me go back. So this should have been a square here. This should have been a square here. There we go. All right. So what I need to do is cancel. I need to eliminate that h in the denominator. So I will factor an h out of the numerator. So I'll have h times negative 2x minus h over h. I am in business now, because now I have multiplied by h divided by h. So that's taking a step forward and taking a step backward. So those can be canceled. And now I'm just taking the limit as h approaches 0 of negative 2x minus h. So as h goes to 0, this is equal to negative 2x. So that is an application of distribution for the calculus class. And again, as you're working through these limit problems, limit definition of derivative problems, if you cannot eliminate that h in your denominator, something went wrong. You have to be able to eliminate it in order to take the derivative as h approaches 0. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe for more information on math. Thank you.
If you have extra questions, you can go ahead and post them in the comments, and I'll try to answer as many of those as I can. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to get more help with math and see more of the math content.